Hi. Well, this is an experiment for me and hopefully for you. I want to share those experiences that help me in my life move forward, help me to continuously improve, and to have a wonderful life. And so I'm filled with, hundreds of stories. I love to tell stories because that's the best way for me to learn, is just by listening to stories and telling stories. And so each month in the newsletter, I will write stories and hopefully be able to put them on video, and you can watch them on video also. Well, in a week, I'm going to Grenada. It's a Caribbean island, not far from South America, north of Trinidad. In fact, I'm going there with Paul Akers, who is an amazing man. We're going to talk a lot about Paul in our newsletters. He's a wonderful person to study. He wrote a book called 2-Second Lean. Well, many years ago, I had a company in Grenada. We did data processing, and we had about 200 data entry operators there at the time. And I would go there for about 8 years, maybe 6 times a year. Maybe I've been there about 48, 50 times in my life. Well, one of the first trips, I'm working on a beach, and Grenada has one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And I'll be there in a week. Hopefully the weather will be nice for me when I'm there. Well, on about the second trip, I meet these twins on the beach. Fitz and Fitzroy were their names. And I became very friendly with them. In fact, every time thereafter when I'd fly down and spend a week or spend 2 weeks there, I would meet these young children. They were about 7 years old, and take them in my car and go to another beautiful beach on the southern part of the island. We make a picnic out of it. Well, I became very friendly with these two boys, and I made a statement to them. I don't know why, but I said to them, if you graduate high school, I'll bring you to America to go to school. Well, I forgot all about it, and 8 years later, I left Grenada. They were about 15, and about 2.5 years later, I get a call from Fitzroy, and Fitzroy says, Dad, he called me Dad, I just graduated high school. Well, I was floored. What should I do? Well, I made a statement that I'd bring him to America. I had to live up to the statement. And so I did. I brought Fitzroy to America. I didn't bring Fitz because he didn't graduate high school. Brought Fitzroy here, sent him to school. Couldn't send him to college. I sent him to a prep school for 1 year to get him up to date to go to college. And after prep school, I even gave him a job. And afterwards, a friend of mine, teacher of mine, said, hey, I'd love Fitzroy to come and work with my company in my bakery. And I asked Fitz, do you want to go? And he said, sure, he'll go there. And he went and worked in the bakery. And he did everything they told him to do. Now I know it's 35 years later or something like that. And Fitzroy is the biggest baker in New England. He has over 300 people working for him. He owns traditional bread. It's an amazing company. He himself created something like 200 different recipes for bread. And he owns many properties around Boston and also in Grenada. And he has a wonderful townhouse, and that's where we're going. We're going to stay a week at his townhouse and getting a chance to reminisce the time I've been there. I love this story. I love Fitzroy very much. And one thing he did to grow, to become such a great baker, when he was young, working in this bakery, he went to Belgium. He spent 3 months in Belgium. He went to a store and said, please hire me. Let me work for you. Don't pay me anything. I just want to learn so when I go back to America, I can be a great baker. He did that for 3 months. People opened their hearts, opened the doors, and he learned how to make wonderful bread. I recommend that to you. Do you know, if you could do that, if you could pick a master somewhere and just go to work with them. I mean, a week ago, I went to a new restaurant in Portland, Oregon. It was wonderful. It's called, I'm not sure. Skipped my mind. But it's at the Heathman Hotel. And I had the most wonderful fish I've ever had in my life. And I have a grandson who's a cook. And I said to him, you should get a job in this factory. Just work for this chef. I mean, I asked the chef, I went to meet him, and I said, how do you pay? He says, he pays very well. So I hope my grandson takes me up on it and goes and works for this master. I recommend the same thing to you, is to learn from the best. I hope you enjoy my newsletter. I hope we have a lot of fun together in the next few years. Thank you. Bye.